Hello and welcome to a new game. This is Puzzles by International. It came out a bit over a month ago. Well, I shouldn't say things like that because I don't know when this is gonna air actually. It came out at the end of March this year. I'm positive it's gonna be this year still. So I'm committing to that. Yeah, by, did I say by Travel Friendly Cake? Did I say the name of the game? I don't know what I said anymore. I completely sidetracked myself with time-related questions. Anyway, Puzzles by International by Travel Friendly Cake. This game was gifted to me by Paws, Awesome Possum. Thank you again for that. And then yeah, I don't know. I did play the demo for this. I also recorded the demo, but I never published it. So you know. But as far as I'm aware, the demo had like a completely unique puzzle, it was made for the demo, so it's not going to be in the game. So I haven't seen anything of the actual game. So you know, it's fine. It's fine. I did enjoy the demo too. I recorded a few. Like I played like Close Quadrants. I played the Puzzles by demo, and one more demo for sure. And then never did anything with those videos. And now they don't seem relevant anymore, so they're never going to see the light of day. Anyway, let's start this. This is mostly word puzzles as far as I'm aware. At least the demo was exclusively word puzzles, so we'll see how we do. And then, I mean, yeah, we're a spy, and it's like set in like the 60s, sort of. I mean, it is set in the 60s, but I think it's like a sort of a fictional version of the 60s. Anyway, let's go. The 1960s, that is. Right, Puzzles by International. Location is classified. Notice from PSI headquarters. While our agents often work solo, it can be advantageous to work in pairs or groups. So you can enjoy this puzzle game on your own. It's also a lot of fun to play with friends. Yeah, I'm on my own here, so, you know. The hint button is there for your benefit. No, that's a lie. Good agent takes advantage of all resources available to complete the mission. I don't believe that. Cryptically yours, Hera, the PSI director. What engine is this in? This feels like a what else called visual novels. I've never played one of those really, but I've you know, I'm aware of their existence. But this kind of feels like UI-wise like one of those. Anyway, which I mean is like a fine engine choice for like a word game. For sure. What do you have back there? What's that say? La bellissima gemma gigante. What does that say though? Bellisvatini? That doesn't. No, this looks like 3 L's in a row. Not sure. Anyway. But I mean, yeah, it is Italian, so that tracks. Sort of Italian anyway. Anyway, Agent Epsilon. It's brilliant to be back in Rome again. I want to go back to Rome again too. It's been way too long. It's been like 20 years. I might have to miss Giuseppe's gelateria this time though. I'm here in business. No, I feel like there's always time for some gelato. You can fit it in. For sure. I'm meeting with the director of the Museo di Neo Geo. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. So I don't know. I don't have any good instincts for pronunciation. Stefania Printh? That's a weird name. It's like a weird combo. Anyway. Buongiorno. Are you the agent from Puzzles by International? Yeah, that's me. Agent Epsilon at your service. Molto bene. I'm Stefania Printh. How's your last name, Printh? Come on. The director of the museum. Thank you for coming. Happy to be of service. How can I help? Very Italian, I feel like. Those diavoli. They broke in here and stole the Eswatini giant. So let's say Eswatini. Didn't look right. The what now? The Eswatini giant. Which is weird because, like, I mean, when did they change the name? Or was it always... I don't actually know, because Eswatini used to be Swaziland, so they would have probably called it that in the 60s. That's, you know, like a... I mean, it's fine, but it's a bit of an, you know, it's like anachronistic. Anyway, the Eswatini giants, the brilliant blue diamond, 852 carats, the sixth largest rough diamond ever found, was on loan to us from Swaziland. Okay, so was it always? Was it just like the official name? Did they always consider themselves Eswatini? Because like you know, country names are weird like that. Because international, like you know, Austria is Austria, but like it's not in German. So perhaps Eswatini in Eswatini was always called Eswatini, and then just international everyone called it Swaziland. Anyway, whatever, or land, I suppose in English. And they'll be hell to pay if you can't get it back. That's horrible. Let's see if we can't figure this out. Well, let's ask about the business first. Well, how about the robbery? I want to hear all about the heist. What happens? Whoever did this clearly knew what they were doing. They cut all the alarms, they disabled the cameras, and they tied up all the guards. I didn't know about any of this until I came in this morning and the diamond was gone. Was anything else stolen? So they took the diamond. Was anything else taken? Nothing else, but that was enough. If everything else you have on display here, was the diamond worth so much more? The sixth largest diamond in the world? You might say that. It was priceless. England and Swaziland jointly loaned us the giant. What does England have to do with it? Which was found in Swaziland. It's the largest diamond ever found there. Very English thing to do, though. If we can't recover it, that could cause a diplomatic incident with both countries. Yes, best to avoid any international outrage. What happened to the guards? Are the guards okay? Did any of them see the robbers? When we came in this morning, we found them all tied up with lassos. So it's a cowboy who did it, if you can believe it. They had all been knocked out, so none of them even saw the thieves. But thankfully, they are fine, aside from a few headaches. I'm glad no one was hurt. What about the cops? The Carabinieri. Have the police already been here? Yes, I caught them first thing. They looked all over the museum and very helpfully concluded that the alarms had been cut, the cameras disabled, the guards tied up, and the diamond was gone. Fantastico. Yeah, police is very useful in this case. Did they get any fingerprints? Not a one. These are clearly professionals, the robbers I mean. Yes. Oof, I get it. The police weren't too helpful. So how about you, Stefania, I think. How are you doing? I'm outraged. I'm annoyed that this happened on my watch. You weren't here. It wasn't on your watch. And there was nothing I could do about it. And honestly, if the giant isn't recovered, things will not go well for me. No, that's flirt. I'll get your diamond back. I won't let you get in trouble. At least not that kind of trouble. Perhaps we can find a different kind. If you were to find my diamond, I would be ever so grateful. That sounds promising. Perhaps we could go out and celebrate. Maybe show me your favorite local restaurant. I can show you more than that. I know just the place for dinner, and I think I might know somewhere special for dessert too. Brilliant. I'd best get back to finding your missing diamond then, shouldn't I? You contacted Puzzles by International, so I assume there's a puzzle somewhere. Yes, when the police were searching, they found an envelope in the alley beneath a fire escape. I think one of the robbers might have dropped it while they were breaking in. Couldn't make any sense of it, so we called you. Let's take a look. Here's a hint button in the corner. We don't need it, I hope. I'll be very sad if I need it. Use it if you need a little help solving the puzzle. We don't track hint usage and there's no score, so you're free to use it whenever you need some help. But just like video, like there are people judging me. They're not really, I mean, they might be. But in my head, they are there, you know? Not that, you know, the viewers usually are they're much kinder to me than I am, but in my head, they're still judging me, so it doesn't help, you know? Anyway. The small button below it will tell you if answers are right or wrong. Keep it off or toggle it to check if you're correct. Well, I mean, eventually I'll have to check, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Lastly, this game doesn't have autosave, so be sure to save your progress before quitting. Good luck. Okay, no autosave. That's good to remember. That's a weird feature not to like exist, kind of. Yeah, that is really weird. Yeah, everything autosaves these days. It feels like. So I appreciate the the heads up, because I would have assumed. I mean, I would have also manually saved, but I also would have assumed that it was an autosave as well. Right, use these spaces to fill in words. Okay, so we have like an angle here and some bamboo maybe, and then like a bike or bicycle and a dog and like a pavilion, gazebo, whatever thing. Then we have a face, not really full face, like lips, a mouth perhaps. We have like an operator maybe, a switchboard operator. We have who I assume is supposed to be William Shakespeare. Could be some other guy from that era though, who knows, they probably all looked alike. A star, and what could that be? A boar, a Taurus perhaps. Drag these tags around. Anagram to form pests. Change R consonants to T for a fashion statement. Remove a silver to make music. Use the outside letters to move forward. I don't know. Remove first and last letter to find an exit. Okay, so if you say this is an anchor, and this is bamboo, and this is a bicycle, and this is a dog, and this is a gazebo, and this is a mouth. Can I tab? No. And this is an operator, I think. And this is, how do you spell Shakespeare? Like that. And this is a star, and this is a Taurus. Use the outside letters to move forward. So like go? How do I... That would make sense for this maybe? And then the pests could be rats. Perhaps change R consonants to T for a fashion statement. Probably not. Tattoo? A tattoo could be a fashion statement. That would make some sense. Probably not too many others where we can replace the consonants with T and be fine. Like that would be tout. Autotetot. Yeah, no, I don't. I think tattoo is fine. Remove silver to make music. We'll wait on that. Remove first and last letters to find an exit. Okay. Ngr. Icicle. O. Auru. Heckasphere. Parato. Out. List the next in the series. I mean, there's a series of zodiac signs, but what's after Taurus? I don't know, because there's no series of anything else here, so I'm guessing that one goes here. Change one letter to make it wooden. Remove R by the body part. Swap two letters to make something with wings. Does God have wings? A cool rhyming word is probably icicle, I'm guessing. Swap to let an angel has wings. That makes more sense than God. God hasn't. Well, God might have wings. I don't know. Never seen them. So Taurus, and then what's after Taurus? I know when Taurus is roughly, but I don't know what's after Taurus. Do I know anyone who has like a birthday in June? And do I know their star sign? Because I think Taurus is late April, late May, right? I don't know. I know it's not Pisces, that's in March. I know it's not Virgo. I know it's not, well, Sagittarius, because that's my sign. I know it's not whatever Steinbock is in English, because that's in January. I think Leo is in summer, but then I'm still missing a few. I don't know, maybe we can get it from other stuff. I mean, I could look it up, but I'm not sure I want to do that right now. So if this is, where's my mouse there? If this is Icicle, remove all but a body part. So there's no body part inside dog. We can't remove a silver from dog. So change one to make it wooden. Log? I guess a log is wooden. Yeah, okay. That's fair, that's fair. I'm gonna remove Tor and make opera. Sure. And then we have a body part inside Shakespeare. Ear. I didn't see ear there, okay. And then I don't know what's after Taurus. I don't know. I do know someone who has a birthday in June, but I don't know their sign. So it doesn't really help me. Or they might, I don't know, yeah, I don't know. It might be the one after that. Ah, man. I don't know. What I don't know is like what we're doing here. Like how do we I feel like this made sense. And this is like has rounded corners, so I feel like it goes here. And this has rounded corners and goes here. But then I have no clue beyond that, to be honest. Because these are just like the, yeah. Go out. I feel like I'm missing some instructions here. Is that true? It does feel very true. Because there's no, what goes after out? If you say go out, that doesn't make some sense to me. Those words next to each other make sense. Go out angel, go out tattoo, go out opera, go out ear, go out log, go out icicle. I don't know. And how do I get, wait, how many letters do I need for the answer? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. But I only have 10 cards, so it's not one letter per card. What are we doing here? I didn't really think about the big picture, to be honest. I was just kind of focused on the individual like puzzles here. Now I don't really know. I don't really know what we're doing here. Drag these tags around. What do you mean tags? Is this, do you call this a tag? I think I need to look up what's after Taurus because I just don't know, and we don't have like a I don't think there's like a context hint that's gonna help us because it doesn't feel like this is gonna, like, I don't know how to arrange these. So that's a shame. That is a shame. But I don't know. Okay, let's look up. Zodiac signs. Taurus until May 20th. Gemini, May 21st, June 20th. Okay. Does that make some sense? I would argue. But how do I... How do I do anything with that, you know? Okay, we have the equal signs. Okay, so equal signs. Go out, and then we go T. Go out to 2, and then O again. For operator, maybe? For opera, I mean. Go out to 2, opera. Angel. Log. Gemini. I guess we could have had that if I would have had the starting ending letter thing figured out. Icicle. ERS. But then now what? Do we... Because this is circle, do we do this again? The outside letters, but what are the outside letters? Because that's too many. Or we go out to, I don't know. I don't know, but like Go seems like a good start. Oh, and then the overlapping letters. Go two A's, two L's. That doesn't make some sense. So we're leaving the country and going to Algeria apparently. Chasted. Someone used this code to let the thieves know to meet up in Algiers. Looks like I'm off to Algeria to track them down. I mean, we have to keep floating now. It was so nice getting to meet you, Stefania. I'll be back soon. And once I've found your diamond, maybe we can find some way to celebrate. I can think of several. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to need help getting to Algeria. Friday, interesting. Hello, you've reached Field Liaison Friday. How can I help you? Friday, this is Agent Epsilon reporting in from Rome. How's my favorite field agent doing? I bet you say that to all the field agents. I do, but I only mean it with you. What can I do for you? I need to get to Algiers right away. Let me see what I can find. We're in luck. There's a flight leaving Leonardo da Vinci in 2 hours. Can you get there? Not a problem. Go to gate 4, ask for Valentina, and give her the phrase TGIF. Valentina, huh? Do you tell her she's your favorite flight agent? I do indeed. Safe travels, Agent Epsilon. Thanks for the help, Friday. I'm on my way. That was a nice quick hop over. Now to find my contacts. Peace be upon you, says Fatima. And upon you, peace. Are you Agent Epsilon? Sure. Yes, I am. I'm Fatima, your local PSI contact. I believe you're familiar with Friday. I'm his favorite contact. Thank you for meeting me. What can you tell me? A large and suspicious group arrived in the middle of the night and have already departed. These may be the people you seek. I did not see them myself. I will direct you to an informant who did. The informant is in that cafe across the street. This envelope contains the clues to identify them. Do you understand why I do this? No? So we do. It wouldn't be Puzzles by International without the puzzles, would it? It is so. Agency capers are uncommon in Algeria. I hope you will indulge me. It is a rare opportunity to devise a puzzle. May Allah bless your mission and keep you safe. Sure, I'm sure he will. Well, off to the cafe for me then. Can I have a coffee? Let's use Fatima's clues to find our contacts. I'll leave us some space to jot down notes next to each potential contact to help us solve this puzzle. So I can't get any coffee. And Barak is reading. Okay, how many people are reading? He's reading the paper. He's reading a book. So one of these is Mbarak. Aloui and Bhakti hate each other and sit in opposite corners as far apart as possible. Well, opposite corners is like here and here and here and here to me. Well, maybe here. This is, you know, like these are the corners. Like 1, 3, 6, 5, and then like 8, 1 are corners. But then 10, 5, and 3, 1 are also, like they both can claim this corner, so I don't know. Guri is sitting next to Hamash at the same table. Okay, so none of these are Guri or Hamash. I don't really know anything about the names though, so we can't make any assumptions based on those. And I mean, no, there are like, you know, yeah, we can't devise anything from that, I think. Dahmani is alone at the table. Well, yeah, so not any of these. Jabur and Ferras are not at round tables. How many round tables do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Hamash, Dahmani, and Aloui, I don't know, all have food in front of them. Okay, how many people with food do we have? Is that food? Let's say that's food. You got food, you got food, you got food. This is probably food. Looks like a soup, and you got food. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people with food. Neither Jaib nor Jabur are sitting alone. Izzat's table is near Aloui's table. Okay, there's not like anything that like is very clearly a thing. So that's not great. So one of these two is Mbarek. Because they're the only ones reading. Louis and Bhakti hate each other, sit in opposite corners as far apart as possible. As far apart as possible would mean, like, not these two, right? Because that's not as far apart as possible. It would be this guy and this guy. Or this guy and like, one of these two, maybe? What else we know about Aloui and Bhakti? Aloui has food in front of him. Well, so then these can't be Aloui and Bhakti, because neither of these have food in front of them. So Aloui and Bhakti have to be in top left, bottom right corner. But then again, I don't know which one you consider in the corner here. And then these would both have food, and then I couldn't route. Yeah. This could be, if this is the corner and this is not the corner, then this would be Aloui. And this would be Bhakti. But if this is the opposite corner here, then either of them could be Aloui or Bhakti, which is a shame. But that also definitely means that this guy is either Aloui or Bhakti, and then they can be Mbarek. So this is Mbarek. And then 6-5 is probably... But is it, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your 5th letter is the 6th letter here? Is that what you're telling me? Because this is yellow, and this is yellow. Probably, I would guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would make this an R, maybe? Let's just, we can undo it. Okay, Hamash has food, and Guri is sitting next to Hamash at the same table. Which means you're not Hamash. You're not Hamash. You're not Hamash. So Hamash is either you or you. And the next two is you or you. So either these two are Hamash and Guri, or these two are Hamash and Guri. That doesn't really help me right now, does it? Can I figure it out? I mean, if this is the corner, but then it's not the corner, right? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Damani is alone. So one of those four. Well, not this guy, because this is Aloui or Bhakti. So one of these three, unless this is the corner, then it would be one of these two, who are Damani. And then Shabur and Ferras are not at round tables. So they're on like rectangular tables. Doesn't really help. Damani and Aloui have food in front of them. And Hamash. Well, we know about I think this is Aloui, but I don't know. Hamash and Damani have food. Damani is alone. So you're Damani or you're Damani. And Go is next to Hamash. This is you or you. Like these two or these two. In fact, these two guys look like they hate each other. But I don't know, that's not like a good, that's not good process. Yeah, that's just, I feel like that's true. And Jaib and Jabu are not alone. So they are, you know, on these bottom two they were somewhere. And Isad is near Alui. Which could be, you know, you could be Isad next to Alui, or you could be Isad next to Alui, I suppose. I don't really know. That's not an easy puzzle again. Anyway. Okay, well, who has a long name? 7. You have at least 7 letters in your name. So you're not Isad or Louis or Chaib. You could be Chabur, you could be Amash, you could be Damani. But Amash has fruit, so you're not Amash. You're not Damani. Damani also has food. Is there only one other 7-letter name? How many people do we have total? How many names do I have total? 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Of course, yeah, 10 letters. So there are 10 names total. You're not Alu, you're not Bhakti, because you don't have 7 letters. That's 3 names word out. Guri is too short. Amash has food, that's word out. 2 more word out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dahmani also has food, that's not you. That's 6. Could be Shabur, you're not Feras, that's 6 letters. Jaib, Isad. Do I have 10 names here? I think I need to take notes. But I think that means that you have to be Jabur. Maybe. Maybe. Shabur is not a round table, that makes sense. So that would work. And is not sitting alone, that also makes sense here. You have at least 6 letters in your name, so you're not Alui. Obviously you're not Alui. Everyone else has 6, right? Not Chaib and Isad are so short. You're not one of those two. I kind of want to start guessing things, but that's not smart. That's not smart. Okay. Where else can we go with this? What am I even trying to figure out here? I'm not sure. Like what my answer here is. Because I'm looking for my contact, but my contact is in here, so it's got to be one of the names. But I don't have any 10-letter names, do I? So I don't know how that's going to work. It'll be okay, I think. I just don't know where to go next here. It's got to be something I can route. I mean, okay, so yeah, either these two are Guri and Hamash, or these two are Guri, or Hamash and Guri, because Hamash has the food. Both of that would be fine. Like there's nothing ruling either of that out, right? Because we don't know anything else about Guri, right? No, and all we know about Amash is that there's food. So Amash and Guri, or Amash and Guri. And I don't know if Guri is like, if I knew the names, it was like Sandra and, you know, Chon, then I would know it's Sandra and Chon. But because these are probably not, none of these is probably called Chon, right? Like I could make that assumption, but the names, you know, I don't know the names like that. And even then, that would just be an assumption, but I would feel safe guessing that then. But yeah, not a thing we can do here. If we say that, I think that this guy's Nalui, but I don't know. Because we don't know much other than they hate each other in opposite corners. And we also don't know anything. Unless this is the corner and not this. But I feel like this is not clear. Like this is clearly the corner and this is clearly the corner, in my opinion. But in the bottom right there, these both could claim to be in the corner. I feel like they're equally in the corner, which I don't like. Because I think that's my best hint that I have. Because if it's this guy and this guy that are the corners, then this guy has to be Arlui because Arlui has the food. Let's just say that's true for now and see if we can't reason things out after that. So if you're Arlui and then this is the opposite corner guy, then that will make you Bhakti. Which means you're not neither Guri nor Amash. You're Guri and Amash has the food. Because then we can do things if we assume that this is the corner. Chiro, no, Guri. And you look like a Guri to me. That does seem right, that tracks. And then we would also know that Isad is next to Arlui. That would make you Isad. And then we're missing Ferraz and we're missing Chaib. Chaib is not sitting alone, so that's Chaib. And then we're missing Ferraz and who else? Darmani. Darmani has food. They both have food. Ferraz is not at a round table. This is a round table. So you're Ferraz. And you're Darmani. That's like that would track that way. But I don't know if this assumption is safe to make. Anyway, third letter. Wait, no, that's an I. Third letter in the 1, fourth letter in the 4 is an A. That doesn't look like it's spelling anything though. Guri, your first letter in 8. Your 1 letter in 9. H. GH could track, I guess. Fourth letter in 7 is an I. Oh, right, maybe? Oh, they're giving me directions like that. Your fifth letter is the T. And then 2, 4, 6 is an N. On. And your first letter is an F. On far right. Yes. So you're my contact. Chasted. On far right means that my contact would be Ferraz. Ismail Ferraz. Call me Ismail. Ismail. I don't know, Ismail. Hello, I'm Agent Epsilon from Puzzles by International. I'm tracking thieves who stole a diamond from a museum in Italy yesterday. Fatima told me you might have seen them. Yes, I spoke with them. I also have information from the people who worked at the hotel where they stayed and at the restaurant where they plotted. You agree they were a suspicious lot. I'm not surprised to hear they were up to no good. How can I help? What about the restaurant? Tell me about what happened at the restaurant. First of all, it was a big group from out of town, but not big enough to fill the restaurant. They paid off the entire restaurant for the morning, so no one else could come in. It wasn't a party, they just wanted utter privacy. They barely tolerated the waitstaff and camped up whenever the waiters were in the room. That made the waiters suspicious, so of course they tried to listen in from the kitchen. They picked up the words package and job, but no other details. I suppose it's too much to hope that one of them saw a giant diamond. No, but keep hoping, my friend. What do you see? I work for the telecommunications and postal service. During my last shift on the switchboard, I fielded calls all through the night from the same hotel suite. They were all asking me about getting out of town. What made that seem suspicious? First of all, most people make travel plans during the day. These calls came in uncommonly late at night. Also odd, most groups want to stay together and have specific plans in mind. This group was asking about every way to get out of town. Airplane, boat, automobile, even camel. They didn't really care about where they went or whether they stayed together. That makes sense, it's hard to hit multiple moving targets. What about the hotel? I spoke with them today. They told me about a large group who checked in unusually late yesterday. There's at least a dozen people. They weren't family, but they weren't dressed for business either, and definitely not Algerian. Also irregular, the group didn't ask about any tourist destinations. Come to think of it, you yourself are also not asking about tourist destinations. Sure, let's thread with this guy too. You see, he seems quite gorgeous. I'm already enjoying taking in the sights. There's even more to see. I would love to give you a private tour. That sounds brilliant, but sadly I shall need to take a rain check. Today I have some criminals to catch. I both regret and appreciate that work must come first. Anyhow, the large group was here for a small stay. They were all gone by midday. Gone without a trace? Not precisely. One of the maids found this in the waste paper basket. How British of you. Is that what I think it is? Indeed, it is a puzzle. It looks like a piece of paper, but okay, I'll trust you. You've been right helpful, Ismail. My pleasure. And do you know why it has been my pleasure? You think I'm cute? Because I'm cute? I would not have come out and said that directly, but once you have brought it up, you are quite lovely. Thank you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I too find it quite enjoyable to work with contacts who are incredibly handsome. I have no more information. He has a nice mustache, you know it's true. I have no more information for you, so I assume you would now like to solve the puzzle. Yes, let's see if it will tell us where these thieves were heading next. But we'll have to do that next time. That looks interesting. A B B C C D D. Interesting. Yeah, we'll think about this next time, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.